Wizards. Guess what? It's Kieran Trollcaller. I'm back for another episode of the Myth Walkthrough, guys. So, we left off after we rescued all the hostages, and apparently Joan Locke was a hostage, and she wants to talk to us. So, let's get this going.
Right. First things first. My name is Joan Locke of the Royal Marleybone Cane Resort Expedition. We came here to build a resort, you see.
That makes you sound more towny than drover.
It does, doesn't it? That's how it started. But, you see, I wanted the authentic Wallaru experience, so I did the walkabout. Not the fake simulation they sell you in cities, the real thing. I traveled the wastes, dug for drops of dream water, prepared myself to pass the Great Barrier and enter the dreaming itself. So true was my intent, the drovers let me through, and I dreamt. I lived my hopes in an instant and made them true. The reality? Disappointed. That's when my priorities changed.
Fascinating. If you two are close with the drovers, might you help us treat with them? We also seek to pass the Great Barrier.
You seem familiar, but yes, it is the least I can do. The drovers are based in the Eucalyptis forest. Follow me.
Excellent, guys. We get to go to a new area, to the Eucalyptis forest. Well, fantastic, guys. Hopefully everybody's been having a good week. It's been a few days off since we last had an episode, so I hope everybody's doing great. I'm doing excellent. I am having a good start to the week, but it's a little cold out where I'm at. We have a big cold snap that just came through my area of the country. In fact, a lot of area of the country here. So I hope everybody's staying warm and everything. I know when you see when this video goes live, we'll be at the tail end of it, so it should be starting to warm up everywhere. Okay, so let's go find Miss Joan Locke, and let's have a great, excellent start to today's adventure. Ooh, new area. Oh, I like this. We have not had a forest like this. Whenever they say forest, I'm always looking towards a brand new design experience, and I think they did it. Yeah. This looks really cool. Okay, let's go catch up with everybody over here at the campfire.
Quite the sight, isn't it? This is the home of the Wallaru drovers. Those who abandoned corrupt cities not to seize the dream, but protect it. Specifically, to protect this. The Pink Lake. The last of the dream waters not trapped beyond the Great Barrier. But where is everyone? This forest is usually abuzz with the busy work of rangers and craftspeople. Have you seen anything odd around here, Wizard? Perhaps we'd best look around.
Okay, well, obviously it's pretty quiet, so let's look around. We're looking for drovers. What do we got here? Oh.
Quite something, this lake. Not a dried-up puddle in the middle of the desert, but the hub of an ecosystem stemming straight from dreams.
Drop bears.
By George, what the blinking blimey are those? Some sort of monstrous koala? These must be why no one is around. I think then someone must show these bounders what for. Have at it, Wizard. Bonesberry rules of magical combat, of course.
What's Bonesberry? Okay, I would like to hear more about this Bonesberry thing. Okay, very good. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in. We've got some drop bears to defeat. Very, very good. Okay, guys, so, by the way, as we're getting going... Ooh, I still have my deck left from the last fight, which was kind of brutal, as I recall. Just want to say thanks again for everybody who's taken the time to watch the episodes or to subscribe to the channel. You guys are absolutely fabulous. And if you have not done that, just know that those are 2 free things you can do that really helps out a small creator like me. And so if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it's a really great boost, and I do so appreciate it. So thank you so much, those of you who have, those of you who haven't, who are getting ready to do it right now. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock these drop bears. Very good, very good. Okay. Well, you know, they're using the classy spells, I can tell. Yes, yeah. I think we're going to drop a drop bear on them as soon as I get a little bit of a damage boost on them. Since they're myth, they're going to have some resistant myth, so I like to make sure that we are totally covered here. Very good. You know, I wasn't sure if we were going to see drop bear mobs, but I guess that kind of answers my questions now that we are here. Fantastic. Ooh. So what is our goal today? Well, I'm not sure, guys. Again, we're just going through the main quest line like normal. And so my goal primarily is just to see where this leads us and what we're going to find. Now, as I can see, it looks like we've got some, well, if we look up in the trees, there's some treehouse type things with some ladders. We found a pool of dream water, so I'm sure that's going to have something to do with everything. Oh, excellent. We got a little bit of a boost there now. Thank you guys for popping up the bubble. See, I know a drop bear as well, and he's twice as big as you. There we go, drop bears.
Hey there. What are you doing? Don't lock. That you? Well, get your friend on over here.
Have we found Zane's friends?
Hey there, my name's Morp. That's a play on Morpheus, if you're curious, which some aren't. I'm the guardian of the dreaming. I am also the thought leader of the peoples of the forest. That means I lead with my thoughts, as you can no doubt tell. Now, who are you? Ah, the wizard. Even way out here, we've heard of the one who walked the reverie. It's a mindscape estuary that extends from the dreaming, that is. Like I said, it's my sacred duty to protect the dreaming. From the townies who would hawk it, from the riders who'd unleash it, and from the drop bears who'd... not quite sure what they want.
Oh, guys.
Those are drop bears? The mythical koalas of legend that leap from the clouds onto their prey? And they don't seem very droppy.
Well, they were. Then they did. And now, there's nowhere to drop.
Okay, I am sorry for that. My cat jumped on my mixer and turned off my mic for the rest of the episode. And so right now I'm having to try to just overdub all of the dialogue that was missed. Because unfortunately, I missed the rest of the
living
episode.
source of dream water.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just happened like that.
The only thing that shields it from the corruption of the worlds. Safe behind this wall, the dreamer sleeps, imagines, inspires us all. Not a bad job if you can get it.
Yes, I do recall. Indeed, it is why we have come. My associates free me from the clutches of Ned Colley. They wish to enter the dreaming.
No, sorry. It's great you're safe, Joan, but we're surrounded by enemies. Not just the drop bears. Worse things, scary things.
Ha! You missed, you gnarly nitwit! Ooh! Oh, right, they look back around.
We've got some extremely moody young people riding around on leggy birds throwing things at us. That's why most of us are in the trees, safe from birds. Ranger Jack leapt into action like a rabbit. That's a little jackrabbit humor for you. He's not a rabbit, though. He's a kangaroo. No joke there. Maybe you can give him a hand, wizard. Can't let anyone pass the Great Barrier with corrupted influences about.
Okay, let's go find Jack. And if the audio sounds a little bit different, I'm going to try to fix it as best as I can, but my cat kind of sabotaged me.
Shh! Listen to the forest. It's subtle, but they're there.
Ah! Down with the Dream Stealers!
That's the call of the Night Riders. They're all around us in the dark, waiting. I've sent rangers in. They don't come out. Or they do. But they're not the same as when they entered. They're whimpering, raving about deep red lights. That swoosh. Go in if you want, but I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I hate Jill more than anything. She knows what she did.
Well, apparently he has some issues with Jill, but let's go ahead and get going. By the way, guys, if I didn't mention it, don't forget, if you've been enjoying this stuff, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, especially for these small streamers. Also, don't forget, I stream Wizard101 every Monday night. Would love to have you guys there. Okay, who's our first set of guys here?
Ah, look who it is. Another strange face come to Dreamsteal. Joke's on you, strange face. All our dreams is nightmares and pain.
I like the visor there.
And now I use that pain to life steal you. Lucky you. I'll just have to live with it.
Okay, guys, time to get into action. I think we should be able to knock these guys out fairly quickly. So, yeah. So basically, let's see here. I wonder how many quests we have left here in Wallaru, you know? So let me go ahead and take a moment while we're getting this going. And I'm going to go ahead and go to one of my favorite Wizard101 sites, which is Final Bastion. I've mentioned this before in the game, but I just want to go ahead and throw it out to you guys again, because Final Bastion has a great set of resources, especially earlier in the game. You know, I don't think there's been as many articles in the last few worlds as far as cheats and how to overcome certain bosses and stuff, but the main quest lines are absolutely fabulous. Like, for instance, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like Wallaru has a total of 83 quests, which is about on par with the last two arcs about how many quests you have. You have anywhere from 80 to 90 something, which is good. I think that's a really good balance. I think it gets you the story really well. It doesn't overly drag it out. Doesn't bury you with a whole bunch of defeating collect quests, which kind of happened in Azteca. Even though I love that world, that's my favorite second arc world. It's also the longest world with almost 200 quests that you have to defeat. Woo! But anyway, so yeah, so we're looking at 83. Hey, and look, guys, we're about to hit quest number 50. So that means we are over halfway done now with Wallaru. So pretty excited about that. We've got some excellent progress that we're making right now, and I want to go ahead and make sure that we're continuing to get on with that. So don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying what's going on, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Okay, and there we go. Just knocked out a couple of Gothini riders.
Fine, zombie face. Go back to your empty life and think you won. But we are everywhere. Can you find us all?
So I assume we have a couple more of these to do, because it says in my quest line there that I need to go to the second glade. So absolutely, let's head over to the second glade. You know, the more I look around, I just really love the way they made the Eucalyptis forest. It's not a big area, but it's very, very cool. Like these huge trees. I was trying to think of what it reminds me most of, because whenever I'm looking at the world designs, I'm always trying to compare it to where they took their inspiration from. Now, obviously, they took their inspiration from Australia, but let's see here. Oh, here we are. Oh, a couple wallabies. Interesting. Storm? Yeah, this will be quick.
I wrote a poem about my feelings. It has no rhymes because rhymes are hard and numb, and I don't like you. Forest of dreams, forest of lies. Forest so colorful, forest so dark. Dark like dark chocolate, dark like my soul. You're going to drown in the dreams that you stole. Oh hey, it just rhymes. God, I'm almost a poet.
Oh boy, he seems like he's struggling with some stuff there. Okay, well anyways, like I was saying, when I'm looking around, I often try to compare and see what they did differently. And what I like about it is you have these really huge trees a la, you know, Grizzleheim, you know, which gives you that really great thing. But since they're not, what do you call it? Since they are not made like, since they're not pine trees, yeah, you don't get that feel. But yet, it still looks different than Zafaria, which has, which with the zebra areas had some cool forests, but doesn't look the same at all. Doesn't look at all like the Azteca forests, which have that really big jungly look to them. In fact, I think the last few forests, like even in Imperia, had the jungle look to them. So this is looking pretty good. I like it. It's a tall, old growth type of forest. Maybe almost a southwestern-y type forest, the way it's kind of like spread out with the buttes and everything. It's very cool, you know, and so I applaud them, you know, because they were able to get another forest with a different look to it. So pretty nice, pretty nice. I mean, the Grizzleheim forest can easily be mistaken for like northern East Coast or West Coast style forests, you know, because they're very Norwegian-like. But this definitely has its own look to it, so I'm liking it. I like the buttes and everything. It's very almost deserty, but yeah, it's just at the edge where there's just enough moisture for the trees to get big and everything. Oh wow, super good stuff. Now, I hope you guys have been enjoying everything so far, and I apologize for the audio on this particular one. This is the only way I could pull off a salvage for the video and the recordings. I didn't really want to miss the content because, you know, it's
I'm
good
going to
stuff.
write a poem about you! And this one most definitely won't rhyme me.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead, and it looks like we got one more opening to head over to. Plus, this this particular section, as I recall, because I am voice overing it, does have some good lore into it as we get into the talks. Okay, so let's see what's in the chest here. See what the chests out here are doing, and let's grab ourselves a health wisp. That way we go into this with full health, and I don't have to use a potion. Yeah. Oftentimes when I'm wandering around looking for this, that's usually what I'm doing. I tend not to want to use a potion right away. Okay, here we go. Let's jump on in and let's see what is in the third section here. Yeah. Any guesses, guys? Maybe a combo? Maybe some combo team going on? I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, yeah, it is a combo. We got the Drop Bear and we got the Knight Rider.
910, you again. Oh, it's all gotta stop. The wronginess is everywhere. The wronginess is everyone. We live in a nightmare the olds make. Now they will fight through a nightmare of mine.
Boy, she's all sorts of bright and happiness, isn't she? Yeah. But maybe we can solve that. You know, maybe we can help them figure this stuff out while we're here. Because that's what we do. We solve problems while ticking off those who are in charge, right? Okay, well, let's go ahead and knock out some of these extra things. Yeah, very, very good. Okay, so nice. We've got the koala, the Drop Bear, the Knight Rider. Geez, that's a koala on steroids, I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, I really need to thin the deck out because right now it's set for a different type of fight, and these fights just need to be quick and dirty. So I need to clear out some of the extra spells. I really don't need the stun shields and everything. Or him, okay. Oh, you know, I should have grabbed that blade. That blade would have saved me some time because I need at least one blade to throw up against these guys. Okay, let's go ahead and... Ooh. You know, it's kind of nice getting hit by spells you don't see all that often. I've always loved the Headless Horseman spell. Death has a lot of really, really cool spells, although they do still complain about the cookie spell. Honestly, with all the cool spells they have, I don't see why they complain too much about the cookie spell. You can have at least one silly spell, right, guys? That sucks. I just got hit with the two utility reducers. That's not any good. Well, okay, that's okay. We can take care of these guys. We can do this. Yep, it's always a good day when you get hit by a frog. Alrighty, so now... Jeez. Okay, let's get at least one blade up, and... Yep, our friend... the vampire. Oh, yeah. Oh. Does he steal one of my weaknesses when he does this? See, it's always kind of weird. I don't always get how some of the utilities work. Well, one of the weaknesses is gone, so no complaints there. Okay. Now that's a spell you don't get hit by every day. Basilisk on the foray. Wow. That's not going to feel good. Not to mention I get stunned too by it. It's a pretty big hitting spell when you think about it, though. It's like the only DOT that you get on Myth. You know, it's such a high pip counter. Yeah, it's such a high pip counter, and I don't know. It's except for like a really specific case use. It's really not the spell most people get really excited to try using. I think we went through this a while back when we were first gaining those spells, like Medusa. Really cool spell. I used to love Medusa, but when you compare her to other damage per pip spells, right? The only advantage Medusa has is the stun. And with most bosses that are, what do you call them, immune to stun, the Medusa spell then doesn't make sense, because it makes more sense just to grab a better damage per pip spell without the utility. Because remember, utilities take up some of the damage per pip. That's how King's Isle measures its spells. For instance, each school has a particular damage per pip ratio. Storm being the highest, ice being like the lowest, for instance. And then each utility that's added onto a spell, whether it's like blade utility or stun utility or something like that, that also takes up some of the damage. And so when they're designing spells, they're first looking at how much damage they want the spell to be. Then they're looking at, does that spell have a utility? And if it does have a utility, it takes a little bit of the damage per hit off of the spell, you know. And so sometimes that's balanced out by a DOT. So for instance, they can add more damage to damage over time because it's spread out over several rounds. Or sometimes they'll reduce damage.
Sellies, one side Lockies. The dream stuff don't blow, and Wallaru turns dead.
I think she's giving us some more information here. Let's listen, because it might be important.
The barrier has to fall down. The dreaming has to flow and drown us all.
Well, she seems all sorts of sunshine and roses, isn't she? Okay, let's head over and let's go talk to Jack and give him the good news. I bet he'll be pretty happy that we went ahead and solved some big issues for him. People will be able to get around in the dreaming again. Well, maybe we can clear out some of this area. You know, the nightmares. I wonder if the toad is pink because he's swimming around in that, you know, our toad that we met that we've had to like fight twice, and the second fight was really tough. I wonder if he's pink because it's pink water.
You faced the sleuthing ones and leave to tell about it? Unexpected. But good job. I thought the emu riders all fled. Seems some stayed, some adapted. Indeed, the riders all started here. One day, I went to the Pink Lake to fetch a pail of dream water, and they emerged. The birds. The young Lyricans tamed them, rode them to kick at the Great Barrier. And when that got them nowhere, they went elsewhere. I was not so lucky. In the confusion, I was pushed by Jill. I fell down, but that's a personal matter. You should update Mop. I'll be here, seething.
Very good. Okay, so he seems a little unhappy, but that happens. Okay, let's go ahead and catch up with
The Riders accuse us of stealing dreams? Well, there's a fair bit of irony there. They tried to kick down the Great Barrier to get to the dreaming.
It is not an unfamiliar criticism, though. The townies often accuse our lot of having stolen the dreaming already.
Big talk from the Seize the Dream bunch, but it's not true. They just say that sort of thing whenever they can't make the extra gold coin. Really, it's on them. They drain all their resources and whine they have nothing more to sell. That's what set the Riders off. I hear it in their heads, thought leader that I am. Rage, and also toads. Dreams are weird like that. Sometimes there's toads. And then emus leapt out of the Pink Lake, followed shortly after by drop bears. Nightmares they are, made real.
But whose nightmares? And why? Something triggered these events. Something specific. Wizard, catch a drop bear and bring it to camp for study.
No problem. We can catch a drop bear. Let's go ahead and catch ourselves a drop bear. Very, very good. So it looks like there's more into this, you know. So basically, you know, the Furiosa and her group is claiming that the barrier is the problem. But more, sees a barrier as a thing that's barely keeping Wallaru around. So that's interesting. I wonder how this is going to work out long term. Do you guys foresee a large apocalypse? Remember, there's no spoilers here, and I have not looked at the final storylines or see where any of this ends. So I'm just as excited as you, if you haven't played through it, to find out what's going on. So looking forward to it. Ooh, that's a big hit right there. Very good. Okay, so we got some dual school drop bears here. Looks like they're ice and myth. That's not a problem. Let's go ahead and get a blade up. Probably at least 2 blades. Yeah, let's go ahead and get another blade up just for funsies. Yeah. Because they got some resist. You know they do. You know they got some resist. Very cool. Very cool. I love the eeriness of the Eucalyptis Forest. It's pretty cool. And I don't know if you noticed, but if you look up, see, one of the things Australia is really known for, especially when you get away from the city, is just how clear the sky is and the amount of stars you can see. And I don't know if you were noticing that just a little bit ago, but when you look up, they populated the sky here in the Eucalyptis Forest with so many stars. It looks absolutely awesome. I just noticed that, and see, I teach astronomy, and so that's one of the things we talk about in class, and I just didn't think to look up until now. I wonder if it's like that in other parts of the of Wallaru. I got to keep my eyes open for that, because that is a key feature of Australia, is when you get out away from the cities and you get away from the light pollution, the sky just lights up. Absolutely lights up. In fact, if you live out in a rural area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the more you get away from those areas, the sky just looks beautiful. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever been able to experience the bright, beautiful stars and everything. I'd love to hear about your experiences with that. By the way, guys, I do read every single comment, and I do comment back, so thanks for that. I love engaging with you guys and getting to know you. I love to get your feedback on the videos. I know there's going to be some feedback. Yes, the audio did get messed up. I'm sorry about that. While I was recording, my unhappy cat stepped on my mixer and turned off my mic, and when that happened, I hit a setting that kind of messed up the audio from the computer a little bit, so that's where we're getting that echoey sound now on the actual in-game audio. So I apologize for that. I'll make sure that's all out of the next video. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do to fix that with the current tools I have, unfortunately. So I just wanted to get some commentary back in.
You intend for our resident thought leader to dreamwalk the creature and discern its origins. I know a tree that can do that.
Yes, it's all very simple and dangerous. Thought leaders suggest the dreaming and our walkabouts to gain our... Wait, do I know you?
I don't see how.
Everybody
I haven't
seems
been
to
to
know something,
Wallaru in your lifetime.
So, you have been here before. There's an aura about you. Angry and sad. But you guard your thoughts well. Let's hope this beastie doesn't. There is rage, and theft, and trespass. I see the judges. I see frogs and souvenirs. I see nightmares and devils and t-shirts.
My word! Frogs, souvenirs, devils, and t-shirts? That sounds like my resort.
T-shirts are the
Why
devil.
would a creature from the Pink Lake see that?
The same reason you fled it, mate. That place oozes corruption. It warps the dreaming. You brought them here, Joan. Only fair you go kick them out.
Or go talk to them at any rate. Wizard, would you accompany me?
Okay, well, it looks like, guys, we are getting ready to go into the dreaming, so we're going to go ahead and call it an episode there. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you hanging out, even when the audio got changed up. That'll be fixed for the next video. Thank everybody for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come see us on stream, Wizard101 Monday nights. Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye.